Getting the wire for the UV. Got a little GFCI action up in here.
Brian just said he thinks we'll never be done under the bus. Why'd you say that?
I don't know. I just felt that.
He felt that way. It's because he loves it so much. He is just like planning his man cave down here, aren't
Those are
you?
the wrong size. They're too small.
What's the wrong size? Both of these are too small?
Both of them.
Oh, okay.
Well, both of them are too small for the one I'm working on.
Okay, let me go get the other one.
I think the other ones are over there still.
I'll be one of these.
Both of those.
It's both of them.
Both of them.
Both of them.
This one's for
Which one do you want me to do?
the top side. Here, you can do that one.
Is that it?
Yep, keep going. You might have to.
You hold that?
Yeah.
This feels so awkward.
Stop for a second. A little bit more. Let's make it just a little bit tighter. I want this to still be a little loose. All right, stop. Perfect.
So we can move it?
Yeah, just so we could wiggle it around. All right, let me dry fit this real quick. Cool, that'll work.
So this little guy's gonna have an outlet box on it too. And all this is the cutout from the one on the other side. Good idea, huh?
I don't know if I'll be able to drill through that. I'll have to mark it.
Not even with the little guy?
I'll just mark it and then we'll pull it down and drill it.
La, 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 la.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's a real pain in the patootie to drill holes through the hat channel of the bus. It is like major thick. So if we can get away with only 2 screws in this puppy, we're gonna do it. What do you think, Garcia?
I think that we might be able to get away with 2. I think.
You know, sometimes when you like push an outlet and try to like put a plug into it and it moves a lot, it's not moving at all. I think that's fine. Yeah, let's leave it. Looks good. Look at that little cutie.
That's freaking bomb proof. Like, plugging and unplugging, you probably wouldn't be banging it in like that.
Now all we need to do is thread locker them.
All right, so we're on the other side of the bus. Aaron did this awesome work on this. And this is where we're gonna put another outlet box right here. Because we wanna be able to access power on both sides of the bus while we're out and about, shooting ducks and whatnot.
Yeah.
That'll work. And this guy will come down through here.
That's just some leftover wire that we had. It was like the perfect size.
That was the perfect length from
Isn't that nice?
from wiring the upstairs. Like, it's actually a little bit long, but that's all right. We'll work our way through it, won't we? Yeah!
This chick finally did something. I'm gonna do a real big job now.
All right, y'all, so we need to tie in the recirculating shower fill from the 100-gallon. So basically what we'll have is when we need to change out the recirculating shower, we just empty it first and then open this valve up, and then this will trigger the pump from the freshwater side to fill the tank for the recirculating shower. So when we do that, we're probably going to be filling with fresh water at the same time. So what we'll do is we'll dump both the tanks, so the recirculating shower tank and the gray water tank, dump both of those so that they're empty, shut those valves, and then to refill this one, we need to have water in our freshwater tank, and then we'll turn this valve to the open position, and that'll trigger the pump on the freshwater side to fill that tank, and we'll just watch the level and get it up to 20 gallons or however many gallons we want, and then we'll finish filling the 100 gallons with fresh water. So that's kind of the idea for how we're going to do that.
Yay!
Yeah. So something we're trying out, and I wish that we had known this from the beginning, and it would have saved us probably about 3 to 4 times.
Yeah, 3
right?
to 4 times.
So this here is a PEX fitting, just like these push connects are a PEX fitting. These
we
here
get gobbled up by the trend. Just saying. Trending.
Yeah.
Maybe not so trending.
Old school. These are
PEX.
the crimp. What are these called? Crimp collars.
Yeah.
Sherlock clamp, stainless steel.
We got caught up in the trend, guys.
So what we're gonna do is we just cut this, and then this is gonna go here, but we need to cut just a hair more off of this one here. And then Erin will deburr this. There she goes.
There she goes.
There she goes, folks. She'll get that little deburring tool working and doing a great job. Give her a round of applause. Go ahead and drop a comment. So with these little clamps, while she does that, there's the little clamp. It's got a little thing right here on the end. You need a special clamp-a-rooney thing. This is a ratcheting one, and you'll know it's done when it releases itself. It won't release itself until it's done. So you put the end of the clamp right in here. Let's see if we could focus on that. There we go. So you put the end of this right in there, and then you clamp onto the fitting. All right, how'd it go?
Good.
Nice.
I drew the line, but then I was like, oh yeah, I'm not putting a push connect on it.
Yeah, this one's a little bit different. So we got to slide the clamp on first. And these can come off by sticking a screwdriver under this slot here, or there is a little tab here that you could use some snippers and remove. So you slide that on first, then you put this on right like that. That slides in. That slid in real nice.
Oh my God.
And then I'm probably going to have it like that.
It's cheaper and easier. How
so
funny.
far. So far. All right, so we'll put that right in the claws of the clamp-a-rooney and start squeezing. There you go.
No way.
I'm not shitting you. That's all there is to it.
Oh my God.
No, we got to actually put the clamp on first. So let's slide this one on. I'm amazed at how simple that was. That was really, really nice.
Oh, this is crazy.
This is a game changer, folks, and it'll save you cash. Cash money. There we go.
Oh my. Look at that, guys.
Simple, huh?
Thing of beauty right there.
So now we're going to crimp on one more little piece that's going to go on this guy here, because this is going to be the on and off. Let's see, that's shut. So we should probably put it in that orientation so that pulling it down is easier to shut. So we'll put it in that orientation. So we need a piece that's about that long. About that long. You want to get a piece that's that long?
Yep. You sure about that long?
Yeah, that looks good. Nice. Nice.
No, it's funny. The one going, so the push connects are like $20 for a shut-off valve, right?
Yeah.
It's about $20. This version with the crimps was like $5.99.
Yeah.
was like a third. Almost a third.
Yeah.
More than a third.
Yeah. Wild, huh?
Wow.
Whoa.
It's a quarter.
Yeah.
My math sucks.
That's
but
all right.
I know a deal.
She knows the deal. Everything comes in a million packages. All right, so this is going to be shut this way. So let's push this guy on this direction.
Do it upside down, babe.
There we go. Nice. All right. And then we'll get a crimp collar. And then push this up like that. Did you see how smooth that went on?
Oh my gosh.
Look how smooth that was. Like
It's almost annoying.
no fuss. I do have to go inverted for this one, just so that I can look and make sure that it's in there. All right, that's all the way in, and there you go.
Ta-da.
My gosh, that is so much more enjoyable than the push connects. So much more enjoyable.
All of a sudden, we like plumbing. It's changed our whole plumbing experience.
Plumbing is now our BFF.
From here on out, we are going to use the crimps
Yeah.
for the recirculating shower. We have like an entire system to set up again with the filtration and stuff. So we're going to save some cash on it. We get to show you a couple different ways to do this craziness. And yeah, I think that's all I had to say about that. Beauty. One step closer to hot water.
Got that right. All right, that looks good. We'll manage the wire in a bit, but first we need to get this stuff connected. So I want this one to.
He says this stuff, he's talking about the plumbing.
The plumbing. Yo.
Our Instagram video just got 2,000 views.
Oh, no kidding.
Dirty old
6 7/8.
Oh, these little cuties. Hot shut off. Cold shut off. Oh, Shadow Man.
Oh.
Shadow Man. Might be me. No, it was you.
Perfect. So I think I'm gonna do this one first. There it goes. Did it go all the way? There it goes. Oh, that lines up perfectly.
Come on now.
There it goes.
Finally.
Boom. Boom goes the dynamite. Boom.
Beauty.
So cold shut off there. We'll actually leave that open because we need to pressure test all this. Make sure those bleeders are shut. Make sure that's open.
The drain.
Drain a la drain. Pop, pop.
That's it for this drain, kids. Right there. Tighten up that fern cow.
Dirty old Fernco.
Fern cow.
Dirty Fernie. Extra fern, extra co. There you go. Tweet. Nice.
Look at that.
Wanna go?
Oh, that's nice.
See, so it's flexible.
Because the fern cow.
Because of Fernco, and that other one will slide up right next to it right here.
Sweet. It also has a fern cow.
Yeah, and once we get both of them in, then we'll secure them down so that they're not like bouncing around while we're driving.
Good idea. Looks good.
Cool, that'll work. Sorry about your nice tape job here.
Oh, I did such a good job.
I know. I'm gonna have to take off just some of it so that I can get at the fittings.
So the reason we're taking these tees apart here, okay, let me get a glimpse of the tees before you. So the reason we're taking apart these tees right here is because of the recirculating shower. We need the plumbing to be separate from the rest of the schoolie. So that's why we gotta take these apart. The recirculating shower was a luxury afterthought. Luxurious, that's what I meant.
A necessary afterthought.
Yeah.
You did a really good job on these, by the way. They're very difficult to take off. I do have to say that these fittings are pretty fucking strong. Or maybe I'm just weak.
Yeah, right. Garcia versus the Panks Shark Bite Fittings. Let's see who will win without smashing the camera with his elbow.
Hold on.
Or his head.
Or my head. I gotta take my coat off.
All right. After he's removed a layer, he's ready to rumble. The question is, are you ready to rumble? All right, show that dirty old shark bite tooth boss. Hey, are we gonna gain 2 T's?
Yeah.
I think we needed T's for something else.
We did need teas.
Haha.
So it looks like it flexes in whenever I push it, but the fitting is so freaking tight. It's moving, and I know it's moving because I see the little black.
The line moving?
Yeah. Both lines have moved out a little bit. It's gonna be all fucking elbows and assholes.
Oh wow, that's hot. All right, we're gonna take a pause on this. So for one more glimpse of the map.
Intermission! Ah, there it goes. Ah, one.
If Garcia has a hard time with it.
Imagine a weakling.
Yeah. Imagine me trying to do this. It would be hilarious.
It's moving.
You cut them. So they're assholes.
Yeah.
Yay! Good job, babe.
Both of those are on in the on position. So that'll work.
Sweet. Okay, so everything is off in the system, and it sounds like we're ready for a pressure test. What do you think, Garcia?
Oh, I think we're ready to pressure test.
Yes.
I think so.
Poor guy's beat after wrestling the.
Yeah,
Brian's beat after wrestling the pecs.
That was special. That was real
Stupid shark
special.
bites.
All right. So to pressure test, we're gonna use some stuff. All right, so to pressure test the system, we're gonna have all the valves in the open position except for the one valve that is the tank to pump, because we can't have air going into the tank because it's just not gonna work. What we're testing is all of our PEX fittings to make sure those are A-OK. So we have all of those in the open position. We also have every single faucet in the closed position. So the kitchen faucet, the bathroom sink faucet, and then the washing machine, the hot and cold on those, the ball valves are shut. So to do a pressure test, we got this gauge here. It is, it's basically a pressure gauge. There's multiple different types of pressure gauges. This one here is for using air pressure versus water pressure. Two different gauges. Both can do pressure tests, but we're doing it with air here. So it's got a little Schrader valve, like a bicycle from a bicycle tire to fill up the air on that. So we're going to use a bicycle pump to pump this up full of air. And it has a 3/4 inch female national pipe thread. So what we had to do is get an adapter, 3/4 inch male to 1/2 inch PEX, and we're going to get that put on. So first things first, let's go ahead and grab a little bit of our tape and get that threaded on. There we go, nice and snug. So now we can crimp on, let's see, that side's gonna go to the push connect. We can put on our little fitting. So there's our crimp. We're gonna crimp this on here. And we could use this multiple times. So I made this long so that we can continue cutting it off, and then eventually we'll just have to replace that to do even more. There it goes. Went up to the line, perfect. All right, so from here, we get a bicycle pump. And you can use compressed air, but compressed air fills up the system super, super fast. So you don't want to blow a line. So now we connect this here and then lock it into place. And then we start pumping up the system. Okay, so this pressure gauge here goes up to 100 PSI, but our pump only goes up to 55 PSI. So we're gonna pump it up to probably about 65 PSI. That way there's a little bit of a safety factor there. And then we're going to, once we get up to 65 PSI, we're gonna disconnect the pump and we're gonna monitor it and make sure that the needle does not move. And we'll probably let it sit there for maybe about an hour or so. So if the needle doesn't move, then we don't have any leaks. If the needle moves, we might have a leak somewhere, and then we'd have to use some soapy water and check connections and figure out where that's going on. So fingers crossed. All of them. All right, here we go.
This is exciting.
This is so exciting. I don't know how much air is going to take to do this, and I've never done this before. There we go.
What do we need to go to?
65.
65.
So far, the needle has not moved.
We're gonna come back to you. We're adding an extender.
We need to stand up like we're pumping a bicycle. Doing it in this cramped position is not very ergonomic, and it was actually pretty freaking hard to do. So we are creating an extender.
What will it take to move the needle? Everything you've got. What did you get to 60? Oh my god.
So far, y'all, the needle hasn't moved. What I think is
pressure on it.
what I think's going on is there's a lot of volume of airspace within the water heater, in the PEX lines, and so we've got to fill that volume of space and then put that volume under pressure, which takes more volume than ambient volume, if that makes sense, because it's compressed, right? Yeah. So we'll just keep pumping away.
So we're super lucky. My dad's shop is like right there. And we're going to try his oilless compressor.
Also, what if this gauge is not working, even though it's brand new? So we're going to test and see if it reads any pressure with the tire pressure gauge. Nope, didn't even move.
We've been pumping for dear life.
I know.
What the heck? We've been pumping for dear life.
And this compressor here says oil free, so that's good. This one's loud. Oh, you could hear it going in.
Maybe these aren't tight enough of a seal.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right, y'all, so the air pressure held overnight. We're not sure how many PSI held because we're not sure that the gauge is actually holding. How excited are you?
I'm excited. It was really cool when we opened up the taps and they were tsh, tsh. So obviously the system held pressure, but just for peace of mind, we're gonna do a double checkaroonie.
Yeah, so we're gonna pressurize the system one more time, and we think that the weak link is the pressure gauge that we have. We think it might be leaking. So we're gonna pressurize it, and then we're gonna spray every single fitting with soapy water. So like use a dish soap mixed with some water, and if there is an air leak, little bubbles will form around where the air leak is happening.
Wow.
So that's
Plumbing.
exciting. Let's do it. All right, so there's no leaks right here, but I hear something hissing maybe on the other side. So let's go over there and see if we can't find it. Squeeze. Stop. Squeeze. Stop. Yeah, there it is. So you see the bubbles coming out right here? That means that that's where it's coming from, the leak. So let's see if we can tighten up this connection. Squeeze. Oh, we just fixed it.
Sweet.
Squeeze. Wait. Squeeze. Nice.
Oh, it feels way harder to pull the trigger.
Nice. I'm tightening these connections to the pump.
There it goes.
I got a real small leak on this one.
Let me know when you want me squeezing.
All right, squeeze.
1 sec.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Oh, it's so slow out of there.
The gauge is going up. It's almost at 50. Oh no, that's the handle held one.
All right, make sure you stop.
I am stopping.
Cool. Oh, that one's leaking too a little bit. Okay, all right, we need to, so there's our 2 leaks right there that we found so far. Right there and right there. So we need to tighten those connections.
Are we cool?
All right, no bubbles on the new connection.
Oh, it feels harder to push.
All right, let it pause for a second.
Did we do it?
I think we might have done it.
When I say we, I mean you.
Here, pull that trigger for a second.
That's at 10. Should we fill her up?
Keep going.
It feels hard to push.
All right, release. Oh, that's almost out anyway. But it's holding pressure now.
That's cool.
That's great. We might have done it. We might have done it.
You did it.
We did it.
I was
Teaming.
doing other stuff.
Holy smokes.
Cool, babe.
All right, so it's holding pressure now. So on the cold side, we deduce that because there's a check valve on the cold line going into the water heater, that it pressurized the whole system, and the check valve is actually holding pressure, which is great, which means that that's why the hot water side held pressure all night, not the cold water side, because the cold water side had a small leak. So right now we've got it up to 12 PSI, and it's holding pressure and it's not moving at all. So we'll jack up the system just a little bit more.
This wasn't broken.
Yeah, so that's not broken. We did have a leak. We found the leak using the soapy water, and the mix for soapy water is like 1 to 99. You don't have to put that much dish soap in it. Like just a nice healthy squirt per spray bottle. Yeah. So
Good job.
that's how we did it. No bubbles.
Yeah.
That was the spot. We just switched it out. We switched out this piece here for PEX fittings and a brass fitting instead of this plastic fitting, and there's no bubbles anymore. So that's good. So let's see if we can get the PSI up to about 60. This pump only pumps to 55 PSI. So if we can get it at 55 or 60 and let it just sit there for a little bit and make sure we have no pressure loss, then I think that we're golden to charge the system with water, purge all the air out, and get the water heater turned on and get the UV light turned on. All right, we are right on 60 PSI. So we'll put the cap on here, nice and snug. We're gonna let that system kind of sit there at that PSI. We'll set a timer for an hour, make sure that it can hold for an hour. And I don't know if an hour is the official thing or whatever, but we'll let it sit there for a while. See how it does. All right, y'all, it is the next day, and it looks like the pressure gauge is at 0, but I cannot find any more bubbles coming out of anything, and so I'm not sure what's going on with all that. So we're gonna just charge the system with water and see if we could visually see any leaks, because that's pretty much where we're at now. Gotta visualize it. So let's get ready. First thing first, we're gonna I'm gonna start by just, I'm gonna leave this test pressure gauge up and turn this to the shut position. Got the water heater on. We need to go to the other side of the bus and put in the water filters. Heard Aaron yell yay on the inside. Smile, you're on camera. I need to secure these lines sometime soon. We need to charge all the lines starting off just to get all the air out of them. So I'm gonna keep the filter bypass open. So the first filter we're putting in is a polypropylene filter cartridge. This one's by Pentair for the big blue 10-inch filter. And this one does 25 micron pre-filter and then a 1 micron post-filter. And that should catch a lot of the floating stuff that happens in water. So we'll get this torn open, put it inside. There's like a little post on the inside that the hole goes into. It looks like it's hollow in there. So we'll put this onto that post and make sure that it is seated. There we go. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a post and it's lined up now. So now, get that lined up. These wires, I'm going to get them secured today because they are annoying hanging down like that. All right, the second filter in the system is the CTO Plus. This is the activated carbon filter, filters chlorine and all sorts of other stuff. Let's see, it goes down to 1 micron, reduces sand, rust, sediment, chemicals, and holds a lot of dirt. Doesn't look like there's a top or a bottom on this, and it's got the hole through the middle just like the other one. And so we'll put that on its little post there in the middle. There we go. Seats nicely. There you go. And then so this filter kit came with this big filter housing wrench, and it seems to grab pretty nice. Slide it all the way up. There we go. That's nice and snug. All right, so those are good to go. That's all connected. We're not going to turn on the UV just yet because we need the water to be in the system so it doesn't overheat. And then we'll be good to go on that. So next up is filling the tank full of water. Oh, and you may have noticed we haven't even finished our fill yet. That's all right. We're going to put a cap on that just for the time being. We still have another connection to make with our fill. So let's back the bus up and fill the tank full of water. tank to pump is on. It's in the open position. Everything is open, even the filter bypass, just because we need to purge all the air. Once we purge all the air from the inside, all the faucets. So really, ooh, I didn't think about the washing machine.
We better set that up.
All right, we should have water flowing. We've got water flowing, I hear it.
We're almost at 5 minutes and we're about halfway.
Nice.
That's amazing. It's only gonna take about 10 minutes to fill this puppy.
Yeah, that's great.
And if shit hits the fan situation, you want to make sure you can fill your water fast. It's filling, guys, real fast. That all depends on where you're getting the water from and what you're using to put the water into the system. So city water is pressurized, has some kind of pressure, I guess. And then like our lake pump is gonna have, it actually has a lot of pressure, doesn't it?
I don't know how much that lake pump has. I haven't looked at the specifications on it.
I thought it was pretty good. And it flows water like up 70, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like 60 or 70 feet or something like that.
60 or 70 feet uphill, so that's pretty cool.
It's off. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on the pump. Erin's gonna stay down here. We've got a switch upstairs. I'm gonna toggle the switch. We'll show you that here in a second. But she's gonna make sure that nothing blows while I turn that on.
Sweet.
Excuse all mess while we're building. All right, fresh water pump is this one. We're gonna turn that on. I hear it turning on. Really quick. All right, we're already seeing our leaks.
Yeah.
Where is that coming from? That's coming from the blue. Okay.
Should we turn it off?
Go and flip the switch to turn that off. I don't know why this one's leaking here. That might have been where our leak is. And we're leaking from this one and from that one. You plumbers out there probably know exactly what's going on with this, but I don't. We got the pressure purged off the tank. I'm gonna the pump is off, so we're gonna loosen this and dump the water out and see if maybe for some reason the seal got caught up or something. I don't know. Woo. Well, the silicone looks good on there. That's kind of funny how this just kind of perches itself on there. I wonder if I over tightened it on accident. Is threaded on straight. So this one here was leaking around there. And then that one there was also leaking a little bit. And those were the ones that we were having problems with. The ones around the Viqua, those were not leaking at all, which is good. And it's nice that we've isolated it to just this one little area. We're gonna soup these up with Pro Dope. So the instructions on this stuff say that it's for potable water systems. I verified that with a plumber. And he's just like, oh yeah, you're good to go with the Pro Dope on your potable water. And then the instructions were just leave the first 2 threads without it on, just so that it threads on evenly. Apparently this stuff doesn't really dry. So it stays kind of like a nice compound and it doesn't crack or anything like that. Ooh, looks like we got some good coverage on there. All right, so the threads on this still look fine. So I didn't cross thread it, which is good. And supposedly this lubricates the connection also as it's tightened on. So we'll get this tightened up again. Get this on this one too. So this can be used on brass or plastic fittings. All right, I got all the valves back open and Aaron's gonna turn on the pump. Yep, go for it. So far, so good. All right, turn it off. Turn it off. All right, this one is leaking a little bit, and that one's leaking a little bit. What in the hell? Let's try tightening that. This will relieve the pressure on it. Let's hand tighten it a little bit more. It might be just residual water, I'm not sure. I think we might have got it. That's the hot side.
Whoa, that pump down there is loud. Is that the pump?
Yeah. Draining fine, which is nice.
Yeah, none of the drains had water on them.
Good.
Everything feels cold but not wet.
Yeah, that's perfect. Oh, look at that.
That is turbo-y.
Yeah. Happy?
Yeah.
All right, let's go check out the bathroom. Leave that one running. You can hear the water coming through the pipes down there. No wetness, that's good. Good, no leaking from there. All right, let's try this side. Still got a little leak right here, so we might need to get more tape on that one or put pipe dope on that one. But we still have to take that one off.
We're making, let me tell ya. Brian's sister Jenna sent this to us. Wild dandelion cacao. Very
Thanks,
nice.
Jenna.
It's very nice. So we're gonna make some of this. We just gotta heat up some water. You know, from our tap, because we have water now. So we're getting used to what we can run at what time and what we can't, what our system can handle. This is all like really new to us, so it's gonna be a learning curve, kids. Look at my dishes in the sink.
You just did.
We're gonna wash them too. Now.
Oh, damn. Look at that honey. Some raw honey
Oh, that's doing hilarious.
from some local bees.
Our friends brought us honey.
It's local bee vomit.
Our friends are beekeepers. Wow.
Wow.
Dang.
Look at that. A little taste test. Sure. Wow.
Mmm.
That is exceptional.
Chris and Christine
Thanks, y'all.
nailed it.
Yeah.
Give your bees a hug for us.
Give them all a nice high five.
A little cuddle.
Yeah. Yeah, a little squeeze.
That's really good.
That's really good. We're gonna put it in the cacao drink. So
Yep.
There we go. And then
we're gonna put. Let's just bring this over here. Then we're gonna put a little splash of coconut milk. Probably a bit more. That looks good. Don't show people that.
we got some beeswax from them.
Mm-hmm.
Bought some beeswax, a couple pounds.
Woo!
Yeah,
Wee!
it's warm, isn't it?
Dang!
That's why I was like, oh, we should make a little leather topper for it.
We should. This coffee or this teapot's so heavy, it's hard to know how much more liquid's in it.
Yeah. It pours really nice though.
Yeah,
Huh?
it does. My spoon's almost disappeared into the abyss. Do you want more liquid?
A little bit more.
Brian's a guzzler. Tell me when.
It's probably good.
Okay. I'm just saying, I think the new world's gonna be this like underground trading kind of world. We're pretty much being forced into it. Where people buy from people instead of buy and trade from each other instead of like going to big grocery stores and stuff.
Yep.
That's how we got our maple syrup the other day. It was amazing.
Yep.
Met a really nice family. Got 2 gallons of maple syrup in the bug out bus. And we also got our wood from a guy.
Oh wow, that
Way
smells really
better.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now honey.
Now honey.
Now honey.
That's right, honey.
I'd so much rather support locals. Oh, wow.
That's got a good nose on it.
This is a hilarious spoon. Can you tell? Look at this spoon.
Oh, that's really good.
Thanks, Grandma.
Oh wow. That cacao? What was that, dandelion cacao?
Oh, wow.
I
Yeah.
don't even know what that means.
I've got a brick of cacao from Guatemala. We can make our own.
Organic wild dandelion cacao. Botanical powder.
Thanks, Jenna.
Yeah, thanks. That was a great birthday present. Just now finally getting to crack it open.
We didn't want to like start making food and stuff here until we had running water. And now we have running water as of like today.
Yep. That's so neat. It's so neat.
Yeah. And there is the steamed up. Let's probably give it the beeswax and mineral oil with a little essential oil mix.